Cancer, hi. So this is going to be a reading for March 23rd through the 29th. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energy, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Cancer. What do we got? The overall energy for the reading, the King of Pentacles. We've got assertiveness. We've got a little bit of, you know, you're on top of things here. It's almost looking like you're the boss or something, which I don't think you are, but that's the energy you're kind of giving out. Anyways, in the recent past, the Six of Cups, the Ten of Cups, the Two of Cups, love. There's a soul connection there, and there's love all around it. So it plays out pretty nice there. In the current situation, the Queen of Swords, the Seven of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, you're telling me I want to leave a situation, and you're also kind of placing it as this is a tough lesson for me, you know, to leave something here behind or something. Okay. In the immediate future, the Empress, the Chariot, the Four of Pentacles. You're definitely determined here. You're looking like you're super aligned with yourself, with the path that you're supposed to be on and all of that, and you're sticking to your guns. You're like, okay, yeah, I feel it's beyond me feeling that I'm doing it right here, that it's everything is aligned here. So there's almost a stubbornness to it. There's like, fuck yeah, yeah, you know. If anyone were to tell you, hey, yeah, I don't think this is the good choice for you. I don't think this is the right path for you. You would probably be like, get the fuck out of town with this attitude here. But let's clarify. I don't know why you're so assertive here. It does look, energetically speaking, it does look like, yeah, you're good here. But like you have this, I don't know. Let's see the King of Pentacles. You get the Two of Cups, the Empress, the World card. There's a cycle coming to a close over something that's very, very meaningful to you. Now, a cycle coming to a close, especially in this case, I'm not getting it as, oh, that's ending, by the way. No, I'm not getting it as it's ending. I'm getting it as there's a cycle coming to a close. So things might look a little different from here on out when it comes to this particular situation that, again, seems to be very, very meaningful to you. It brings me back to the past energies there, in all honesty. So let's do the Six of Cups, the Hangman, the Ten of Swords, the Three of Cups. Somebody's coming in here saying this didn't stand a chance from the get-go. This never stood a chance. Who's doing that? Because someone is really, really with this. And again, there's happiness. Everywhere you look, any angle you look at this from, there's happiness surrounding a soul connection and love. But someone's not feeling that it's going to last or something. Is that someone's fear? Let me do the Ten of Cups, the Seven of Wands, the Page of Swords, the Fool. And whoever that is that holds, because it's ultimately a fear, that holds that fear is going to function from that fear within this situation. So yes, happiness might be there, all sorts of good things might be there, but at the same time, they just placed a rejection over this whole concept of whatever this is. Because if they think it's not going to last, then it's not going to last, and they're going to make it not last. Because that's how it usually works. Subconsciously. They're not doing it on purpose. They don't even know they have that fear there. But their energy knows. You know, so their energy is going to stand in the way of this lasting because their energy said, nope. Whoever that is. That could be you. That could be whoever you're dealing with there. For the Two of Cups, you get the 10 of Wands, the Knight of Cups, the Justice card, and things start becoming difficult and, you know, heading in the direction of this is not going to last, because there's an infiltrated energy that says that within this dynamic. So it just makes things difficult as things progress. And then somebody's showing up, probably the same person with fear there, saying, hey, no, I want to work on this. I want to make this better. I want to, and through all of that intention of wanting to work on this, they are not identifying, you did this, you know, with that fear when you entered the space of this dynamic. You know, if that's you, I don't know if that's you, but whoever that is that says now, I want to fight for this, they're the ones that did this, you know. Again, without knowing, none of us know. That's the sucky part of it all. It's like we encounter issues and we're like, who brought us here? Probably us. You know, somehow. As within, so without. Law of attraction. We attract shit that we believe, frequency that we put out there. So let's do the Queen of Swords in the current situation, the Six of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Wands. See, there's always this, and I think this is you, there's always this intention to keep something balanced, to keep something working, to keep something healthy and running and, you know, in a good place. On your side, at this moment in time, you show up with that intention. Let me do the Seven of Swords. King of Cups, Three of Wands, Page of Cups. You're also recognizing that you may have shifted your perception over things. You may not feel the same, think the same about the situation. You may be a little bit in a different place here than you were, you know, when everything was going kind of okay until the fear infiltrated and then it started messing with things. So you're in a different position here. There's almost like a sense of growing up or maturity. Recognition of that on your side, like I've matured, I've grown, you know. So yes, I'm going to see things a little bit different, and I'm going to feel things a little bit different. Okay, let me do the Page of Pentacles in the current situation, the Star, the Knight of Pentacles, the Five of Wands. I mean, the damage has already been created, energetically speaking, and I think it started showing up in the physical a while ago too, because that's how it starts usually energetically, where there's that rejection to whatever this is, because initially it's happiness, it's love, you know. So there's that rejection to it, then the other energy is going to catch on to that, and they're going to be like, what the hell is... What am I feeling here? There's something weird here. They may have brought their own fears to the table, and each of you contribute to something, again, unfolding potentially in a challenging way. And those energies are eventually going to show up in the physical through disagreements, fights, in which, okay, I can't stand you anymore, but I love you. So what the fuck are you going to do with that? I don't know, but let's fight some more. So things like that. So things have shifted here. Things have changed where you're showing up more on top of things, more aware and more, again, mature about the whole situation, or trying to be at least, because you're dealing with how they evolved through this as well. So it's going to be challenging along the way, and you're recognizing that. But you're also saying, I'm also learning a lot through this experience. You know, it's teaching me a lot as it plays out from the beginning. You know, it taught me a lot, and it's still teaching me a lot. You've developed a little bit of a tough skin too with it, for some reason, but I think it's beneficial for whatever the hell is going on right now. For the Empress in the immediate future, you get the Death card, the Six of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles. This is the supreme energy of this comes through like supreme energy of putting yourself first. Where you're done with everything else, you're just going to go at things from the angle of putting yourself first. And you're stepping directly into this energy, and man, it feels good. Yeah, you're stepping into your power here. But from that, when you get to that position, you might start cutting left and right here around you. Things that just don't speak to you anymore. Things that just, okay, this makes me feel like crap. Goodbye. You know, I'm not feeling very good about it. Goodbye. You know, so, okay. Ooh, for the Chariot, you get the Lovers, the Five of Pentacles, the Three of Swords. Yeah. Again, you're cutting left and right here. Even things that you would normally show up as identifying as, this is very, very meaningful to me. But if it's not right for me, if it's not good for me, it'll go. So that applies to even things that are super, super, super meaningful to you. But again, if they carry an energy that's unhealthy, that's not good for you, you're cutting it off. And men, you're like Joan of Arc here. You're like, charge, let's go. You know, I don't know what the hell you're doing here, but you're cleaning up like instantly. The minute you step into this energy, I see things flying outside of your energy field there. For the Four of Pentacles, in the immediate future, you get the Eight of Swords, the Five of Swords, the Strength card. You've got a little stubbornness with it all. There's a little bit of, which is going to get in the way. And it is deceptive, because this is a pretty straightforward energy. Look, I gotta love myself right now, so I'm looking in my space. Whatever's not good for me in my space is going to go. There's certain things that you're struggling with there. It's like, well, I know it's got to go, but I'm holding on to it while I release it. It's like, yeah, it's not going to work that way. You got to let it go. I'm trying my best, but not this little thing. It's, you know, I have emotional attachment to it. I can't just let it go just like that. Yeah, your stubbornness is going to get the best out of you through this process. But generally, I kind of see this energy quite strong of you, again, getting rid of things, situations, stuff, energy that just doesn't serve you anymore. With some, you're going to have a hard time. But overall, I think you're still, despite your stubbornness, I think you're still going to let pretty much everything go that doesn't serve you anymore. Ooh, that was sudden, but it kind of expected, because it's like your evolution here through a journey. And you're already showing up a little more mature, a little more identified by you as that, and then I see you stepping into your power fully. Let me see what the universe has as a final advice. The Ace of Wands, the World card, the Fool. Yeah, renewal, basically. That's what I would call this energy. Complete renewal. You're like, you know, things I engaged with, energies I gave to in the past, cycle closed on those, and now we're starting fresh, you know, for you personally. So you're jumping from one chapter that you're closing to another of your personal growth. And it's looking pretty darn good. A little rough, in my opinion, because I still see things flying left and right. I'm like, oh, okay. But hey, it's got to be done somehow, right? One way or another. So that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.